All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Clashing Conferences podcast. We are here with a deep crew tonight representing the NBA playoffs. Want to welcome Terrence, special guest. He is a Boston Celtics fan, I'm told. We got Tony, for some reason, rocking Celtics gear. Looks like we got a Celtics versus Knicks matchup in here tonight with Juice refereeing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if
That's
anybody
fine,
is
because I'm not on either
outside of
side.
that.
Who's
Before
still
we
no
get
side?
rolling too
3
deep, I
versus
want to
3.
give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Sparrow Hair Studio. If you're in the Lancaster area, you need a haircut, please stop by and see Lean. If you are a member of our network, you'll get a discount. So come check us out as well at theclashingconferences.com. New website revamped. Check it out if you've seen it before. If you have been interested before, get on there. What are you waiting for? Get that form filled out and get on here with us. Members Podcast records every Tuesday night. Right now they're doing fighting, wrestling, WWE, bare knuckle boxing, all kinds of stuff. Heard they had a great first episode last night. I'm excited and looking forward to seeing that drop here in the next day or two, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Also, Lotwin, W. I'm gonna spell this right one of these days. I'm getting that spelling bee with Cody. But Lotwin, Lotwin, rep your team with a custom 3D printed hype chain from Lotwin. Big win, game day, or just showing out. These made-to-order chains bring the energy. Use code TCCPOD for 10% off, or grab one of our own oversized hype chains
Oh, I got
from
it.
the website. Mine came in this week. I'm excited about it. Got my own hype chain now for the Clashing Conferences Network. That is our sponsors. Daddy says mine's is better. That is for those that don't know who Daddy is, that is Lewis, the winner. What did he win that for? Was it baseball or was it the Champions contest, right? So Lewis won the Champions contest and he got his own hype chain. I had to pay for mine, unfortunately. But if you use that code TCCPOD, you'll get 10% off of your own. That is it for the sponsors. Let's get into it. We got a big game going on right now. I'm sure that's what we want to start talking about. The Knicks are up 1-0 in the series in Boston.
What?
Yeah, Chris. 1-0.
I was watching the members pod. I was watching the members pod last week, and everybody was like, it's going to be a slaughter. It's not even going to be a contest. We own them. Little midgets, pigeons, rats, they can't do nothing. There's no way. Ha, ha, ha. Laughing, chirping. I don't know. I was just very shocked that it was 1-0.
Shocked. Hold on. I'm shocked because I thought it was amusing that the Knicks fans were on a couple weeks ago so they could gloat about beating the Sixers. And then they lose and no one shows up. And then you guys win and you all come back. So,
Fair weather.
No fair weather here. Because I actually put a message in the Discord the night before the game even played in that Detroit series that I wasn't going to be there. So I don't know. I had nothing. I mean, plus the regular season don't matter, right?
Only if the Knicks win, apparently.
I mean, I don't know. You beat us 4 times and you lost at home court in one night. So I don't know.
That is
Still
correct.
haven't. Yeah. So it didn't really mean too much, did it?
Yeah. Megamind had a great game.
He did have a great game.
Megamind.
Captain Clutch. That's a better nickname.
No.
He's the clutchest player in the league.
There goes that. We're not having that tonight. There'll be no slander. He's the guest, but still, you got to know there's no slander in that. Not for the clutch player of the year.
Yeah, clutch player of the year. Reggie Miller must have said it about 1,000 times last night.
Not for the clutch
So he won
player
an
of the
award that the NBA just made up. Wow, is he going to win the most Girl Scouts cookies that he sells?
It don't look made up to me.
If he put his mind to it, he would win.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the European champion. Got it.
Across the street award.
I'm just saying, guys. I mean, they calculate clutch minutes. He's blowing the league away. It is a legit award and a thing they calculate. I mean, everything is data.
It's a legit award when Reggie Miller calls him the best closer in the game.
Best closer in the game. I heard it. How many times did you guys hear it Monday night?
Did you hear it on Sunday night?
Yeah. NBA champion Reggie Miller. Yes. NBA champion Reggie Miller. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Crowning a non-NBA champion.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So where do you want to go with this, guys? Where do you want to go with this? It's 1-0. It's a heck of a series.
It's a good series. I think for the most part, these games should be great. I am a Celtics fan, but let me just say, talk about a team shooting 63 pointers and only hitting 15 or 17 or whatever the case is. Like 13. The Celtics lost 13, so like that. Yeah, they lost that game, and it wasn't just the fact that Knicks, whatever wonky defense that they were playing. It's the Celtics were missing wide open threes. Right before we came down here, I was watching, and Jaylen Brown had 2 big rebounds for us, and we missed 2 threes. Luckily, he had a third rebound, and he hit one. It's like, I mean, I can sit there and slander the Knicks all day, but if you're going to take that many threes and live by the 3 and die by the 3, you kind of deserve to die by it when you're taking unnecessary threes.
Yep. And I'll give Knicks fans, can I give Brunson credit? Because I will say this.
You could try.
Of course.
Terrence can attest to it. My basketball game, I was like a mid-range. But if you're a mid-range player, it's like a free throw. You can eat all day long. He does that. And if one guy on the Celtics had that wherewithal in the last game, it's a different story. But missed three, and Brunson just kept coming down and chipping away. And that is smart. I'll give him credit for that.
You had a lot of opportunities where you could have went to the basket last game. And Corey was watching the game with me, and I was like, even the last play, even the play on Mitchell Robinson. Now, like, even tonight, though, like, I seen them trying to get down in there early tonight. It worked to our favor. We got a couple blocks, got a couple double teams, a couple steals. It kind of plays in our hands, but what we got to do is rebound. As long as you guys rebound and keep getting it. I seen that's when
and you make the shot. That would help, too. Yeah. Like, your team's playing like poo-poo right now.
They started out bad. I mean, both teams really didn't shoot that well in the beginning of this game.
No, this game is trash so far.
Yeah. So just a question for I got to watch a few Knicks games this year, and every time they won big games, not big games, but they would just have Siakam would play such a large role. But whenever they would lose, it would almost seem like he would be taken out of the offense. Is that designed by Thibodeau, or is he just like waking up, sleeping?
Wait,
now because Siakam plays for the Pacers, so now that's
not Siakam. Not Siakam.
That wouldn't be Thibodeau.
Bridges.
OG. No, OG. That's what OG.
Kron, you want that one? You want to answer that one? I keep talking too much.
OG, you were saying, does he get taken out of the offense?
It seems like whenever he plays really well, the Knicks look almost elite. And then when they're like losing games, it's almost like he's like a third player on the team. Like,
he is.
Like,
he is a second, third option on a team if Brunson is primarily the ball handler. So when Brunson was out for 15 games or so, OG took it to another level because the ball just it moved around to Bridges, to Anunoby, to Towns, and he was able to average, I think, 30 a game. Now when Brunson came back, it regressed a little bit naturally because Brunson needs the ball. So in game 1, OG was our leading scorer, so we just need that to continue into the playoffs because we don't succeed without having a guy like OG play both ends of the floor. So if he can consistently get 25 points a night and Brunson can do his part to make sure he gets the ball, then we'll be in a good spot. But yeah, does the offense get stagnant a little bit? Yes. It becomes very isolated, whether it's Brunson, whether it's Towns. That's standing around, and that's when bad things happen to us. Like it happened tonight to an extent. We were missing shots, but we started to get a little ball movement, and we'll see. It's within 10 right now, as far as last I checked.
Juice, you're a new Celtics fan. What do you think?
First of all, don't you ever say that ever again. I am Philly. I'll stand on Philly till the day I die.
Rick always got to get them little.
He's only saying that because for the last week he has was like the team left, and honestly, it's either the Celtics or the Thunder, or actually after watching the Thunder lose, I think it might be the Nuggets, and I would love to see the Celtics Nuggets matchup, either one of them. Honestly, to be for real, that would be a great series, I think. But this is, I think, the most
intriguing series.
I'm not gonna say intriguing. I'm torn because I hate both teams.
Right. Yeah.
What did you Celtics fans do last year when it was Knicks Philly? I'm just curious.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
What did you Celtics fans do when last year it was New York, Philadelphia in the playoffs?
Well, Karan, if you watched the show, you would know that. But here,
that was a year ago.
It was a year ago.
I'm kidding.
They were probably honestly watching. I mean, especially if it was the Sixers, they were probably just licking their chops, hoping we somehow made it through, so they had an easy next round. But
I 100% agree. It's like me watching a Cowboys Eagles game. I don't care. I wish they could both lose. So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
Feel you exactly.
I wish both of them could get swept, and they just the other series is the Eastern Conference Final.
I was rooting for the Knicks. I'll be honest with you. I know the Phillies the easy route. Somehow Embiid's going to get hurt, but I was rooting for the Knicks. I actually liked that they turned around last year because your stupid owner's a stupid owner.
Mm-hmm. But all those dirty Knickerbockers keep coming back. By the way, who won the art contest?
Yeah, who won the art contest?
I'm not even gonna lie. Until right this second, I completely forgot about that.
I
didn't submit anything for that. I refused.
See, like I refused. I don't know if y'all just seen that, but like Towns gets mugged and they don't call nothing. That's why he acts the way he does, because he gets mugged. They don't call it, and then they'll call the tickiest tack foul on him, and it's ridiculous.
It also doesn't help that he's soft too, though.
What do you mean? Hey, if he's taking it hard, if you're supposed to take the ball to the basket. If you're actually taking the ball and playing the right way and you're being aggressive, you should get the call. And they don't call it. So he can't play D. He can't play D.
Remember you feeling that way in the first
his
series.
body into people.
Dude, it's just but on the other end, it's a ticky-tack foul, and then that's why he acts the way he does. Yeah, he's sassy, but that's why he's acting that way.
But when the Knicks were winning on bad calls, everything was fine.
When was there? Look,
that's the same for every team.
What do you mean? When was there?
I've never.
That's the same argument you could have for every team. Last round, wasn't there a game when the Knicks had one free throw before the half?
I will not let anybody say I'm one of them guys that cry about the refs, because like I'm one of the guys that say, look, it happens all the time. But I'm just saying, we've been talking about it for the last 2 days. They can't make their mind up. Either let them play or don't let them play. That's the problem. It's pissing me off. Like, be consistent. It's not consistent. And if we have a chance to go up 2-0 and we don't because you're not being consistent, that ain't right.
Are you saying the refs are wafflers?
Absolutely. They're absolutely wafflers.
Yeah.
Waffle House Central. Baby. Like it's bullcrap.
Yep. There's a report that comes out now before at least with Nick's Twitter, Nick's social media, who the refs are, what's the opponent's record with that ref. I think somebody sent it today. I
sent it today.
Chris
the refs are 13-0 with these refs.
With these refs, with the Celtics are.
I'm
not saying that's fishy, faulty. It's a fact. It's a fact.
I hope you're 13-1 after tonight.
Dude, the NBA is ether. That is the point of the NBA.
There's got to be something to that.
Yes. Terrence and I still all beat down Joey Crawford. And Joey, if you're out there, we're coming for you.
How dumb would it be?
Yeah.
I mean, this is dumb. This is that dumb shit, and it's too early for it. But how dumb would it be if we did win tonight? We both go up 2-0, but then we both go to R, and then like Indiana loses 2, and then the Knicks lose 2. Dude, wouldn't that be some dumb? That would be crazy.
It would.
That would be nuts. You would
Nothing
never see
would surprise me at this point in these playoffs.
I know.
It's been crazy.
Yeah,
it has been.
Everything has been all over the place for sure.
But I've never seen that.
We have to give our man, Mr. Flugrad, if his internet can support it, a couple of minutes so he can read his Bucks eulogy, because I don't know if everybody remembers, but the Bucks are completely blown up. And basically, since Tony started this podcast,
well, they haven't blown it up yet. They haven't blown it up yet.
Yeah, I saw somebody.
They're about to.
They're about to.
Over.
It's over.
All right. Well, so this team's dead to me. I hate this team.
Dead to me.
I was actually at the last.
I love
game
Karan's reaction. Like it's just.
I was at the gym because I don't have ESPN and I got kicked out of the gym. They kicked me out because I was screaming so loud.
And that's why I told you to behave at the bar. You were like, I don't do nothing.
That was the most epic collapse I've ever seen in my life, dude. They were up by so many points in the regulation. They were up by so many points in overtime.
Yeah.
And they blew it. And dude,
actually,
the
worst collapse happened yesterday.
Jr.
I would have got
catch
thrown out
the ball
of that gym.
for me one time, guy, dude. Like,
actually, a worse collapse happened yesterday with Cleveland or with Denver the other day. Oklahoma City.
I mean, it was the same
Both
thing.
of
It was
them.
literally
They said, "Hold my
watching the
beer."
same thing
I
over.
don't know. That was a pretty big collapse the other night. That 33-9 run or whatever it was. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the slander back, but that was a pretty big collapse. I mean, like you can talk about missing all the threes you want, but wow, what a collapse! That's all coaching, man.
Knicks were
That's all
down 20.
coaching. They were down 21 and went on like you got to pull them aside at some point, like what they're doing tonight. Like I see them going to the basket tonight. Brown's going in tonight. He made a lot of nice plays tonight already tonight. Like at some point in the game, man, you pull them aside and go, take it to the basket. Like we can't hit nothing.
Foul trouble. You were in foul trouble in the first quarter, and we didn't attack the basket.
Yeah. So you know, you can blame it
on
on them.
A lot of big free throws at the end of games. Like you got to make. If you get 2 free throws at the end of the game, you got to make one of them. Like you can't go 0 for 2 when they're fouling you at the end of the game. That's a killer.
I do want to add. Like I know I always say, hey, as long as the Knicks are healthy, we have a shot. And all season you did beat us, but the last time we played you in the regular season, it went into overtime and we lost by 2, and we shot awful at the free throw line. And we're actually a pretty good, decent free throw percentage team. We could have beat you the last 2 times we played you. So like, free throws are big, man.
Yeah, especially in the second half. They matter. They matter more than people actually know. That and rebounding, the 2 slept on statistics.
It's huge.
So wait, hold on. How many, Tony? The Bucks are like a rich guy with a bunch of ex-wives. How many coaches are you guys currently paying out money to?
So they haven't. I haven't seen. They haven't like signed anybody yet to coach, right? I don't think so. But
they fired Doc contract.
Yeah, no. But so we wouldn't be having Budenholzer. If I want to say his either just expired or was before that, but they're still paying the guy after him for sure, and there's definitely still gonna pay Doc.
I forgot about Griffin.
Yeah,
they're still
they're
paying after
him,
Budenholzer.
and then they'll be paying the next one. Budenholzer's either got 1 more year left, or it was this was his last year. Yeah. So I'm paying 4 coaches next year. But that's what I'm saying. If they're gonna trade Giannis, they're just gonna take some guy off like an assistant and hire an assistant. But
are they going to trade Giannis for real? You see what I sent the other day?
Well,
they said Knicks Lakers is his 2. That's what he's eyeing up.
No way, dude. Okay, so first
that's
off,
what he's eyeing up.
It depends. Does he want to leave? Is he forcing a trade out? That's number 1.
Why wouldn't you want to leave?
He's pretty loyal to Milwaukee. I would say, as a player goes, he's pretty loyal to Milwaukee.
He seems that way. I never thought he wanted to be in a big market. Just the way he is and signing the extensions and winning there, and it seems like it was a good fit for him. Now, I mean, he's really all in about winning. Now I could see him be like, I've been here. How long has he been there? 10 years. I could see him asking for like a little change. Yeah.
But so I'm thinking trade possibilities. Obviously, like there are like 4 teams. I say trade him to a team who's got 2 superstars. Celtics obviously got 2 superstars. Trade me one of those guys.
Tatum.
If they let Giannis go to Boston,
he's gone.
I promise you, I'm burning the NBA to the ground.
Gone.
Okay,
there's no
Tony P will definitely be a Celtics fan.
OKC, give me Chet Holmgren or SGA. Memphis, give me Morant or JJJ.
Give me SGA. Are you crazy?
Give him anything else you want.
I'm just saying, you go to him, you say, who do you want to build your team around? SGA or
you want like a cheeseburger and fries with SGA?
I'll take Chet Holmgren.
You're like,
put
the money in the bag.
OKC is probably the best bet though because they got the most picks.
Listen,
and then Rockets too. The Rockets, that guy Green on the Rockets had a terrible playoffs. That guy's a superstar. Like, could be a superstar. Like, he'd be another guy.
Let's go!
You're like ahead of me, man. I don't even know what just happened.
Something good, I assume.
Oh, is that a foul, Topher? Oh, you were celebrating a foul. Good for you. There you go.
Oh,
yeah, you definitely are. Yeah, they called it.
Let's go.
OG. I think he was in the line. His heels were on the line.
He caught a body though. He definitely caught a body.
He was in the paint. He was in the circle. I gotta see it from this angle.
God, I wish this was the second half so we could have ended on that.
So, Terrence, I always talk trades about
you.
Who would you trade Giannis for? Who are you?
It looked like he was moving.
It was a good call. Say that again.
Tony, there's no good answer for that. He wants to know who you would trade Giannis for.
Like, who are you at?
And
like,
there's no good answer for that
Listen,
because you're not going to get anybody as good as Giannis back.
Like, that's
listen,
what I want.
What if we gave you? Listen, I don't want to do this anyway, but what if we gave you Cat and Bridges and maybe that pick that you like?
What?
I don't like that. I don't like
Why?
that. Because I
I'm
want
just
a young
saying.
superstar under 25.
So we would have. So
Give me
we,
Cooper
like,
Cup.
Cat don't play
Trade me
D,
the
right?
first pick, Cooper Cup. That's
Listen.
what I want. I don't care.
And Bridges don't play
Any name
offense.
under 25. That's what I want.
Bridges can play offense, but Cat don't play D and Brunson don't play D. Everybody says, right?
Hello, Cooper.
So then we would have. So then we would have Giannis. We would have Giannis and OG, and OG is one of the best defenders in the league. Then you would have Giannis, and then we'd have Hart, and then you would still have Captain Clutch.
Hey, Dirty Knickerbocker, show some manners. Let our guest answer.
Go for it.
Oh, I actually have a sleeper team. It would be Orlando.
That would actually be.
Don't tell me Wagner.
That would be
I hate
disgusting.
Wagner. That guy sucks.
Actually, it wouldn't be. It would if the Bucks are going to go into a full blown like rebuild. You take their picks, which they have a decent pick. You give away Jalen Suggs. You give away another one of their young players they have, and they've got the players just. And plus, you throw on now. You look at Banchero, Wagner, and Giannis. Orlando immediately becomes a top 4 team in the East and threatens everybody.
I said it a few.
Boy,
I said it a few
Orlando
weeks ago.
would not have to give up one of those two to get him.
It depends on where the Bucks are at in their thinking in terms of rebuild. So you could take all of their picks. You can take all of their picks, as many picks as you're looking for, and then you just package a bunch of like young players. Jalen Suggs was hurt, and if he comes back, that is a player that you use to build your team around. You don't build your team around Jalen Suggs.
You don't think we get the top player for Giannis? Like, you don't think we get
not at his age. No, not at his age. Actually, know where you could send him to for a player like that? Send him to Atlanta. Go get Trae Young, 1-for-1. See you later. Money matches.
All those guys I just said, I take Morant over Trae Young.
I think the easy one, to be for real, and I already said it with them because they have the most picks. I really think if Chet can't show he can stay healthy, OKC is gonna move on from him. So if you send Chet, send like 2 or 3 pieces of the young guys they have on the bench and like 4 picks. But that's scary time if you're gonna have SGA, Giannis, Hartenstein, Caruso coming off the bench, J-Dub. Like, that squad would be disgusting.
Yeah,
for real.
That's what they're building for. They don't want those draft
picks.
So
Juice, I got a question for you. So if you have that type of team, though, does Giannis take away or improve SGA? Does he make him better, or does it hurt the team overall?
I think it hurts the team.
So I guess the only part I would really have to see how it play out, because we know if you're going to compare Giannis to Chet, they don't operate in the same space. Chet can shoot. He has some little post game like fadeaway Dirk type stuff. Like, not that Giannis. That's just not Giannis is just downhill. So I don't know if he creates the space for Shea to operate to the best of his ability. But defensively, I think they're better.
I got a question.
Why would I feel like that's a dual side?
Why would OKC want to do that trade? They won 68 games. They're the number 1 seed. They're the youngest team with the most picks. Why would you blow it up or give up superstars or picks, anything for – I mean, he's not old, but why would you ruin that chemistry? They're not like – they're still the favorite right now to win the whole thing. I mean, at least out of the West.
I mean,
why would
if they lose,
only reason I would be – I think they were going to move on is just simply Chet with the injuries. I think it's just Chet. So if you can move Chet and then maybe like 1 or 2 other pieces that are, quality, but they're not like the core.
He could be a superstar too. I think Chet could definitely be a superstar.
And that's why.
The only question I have with that is how many we know, and we all, all of us have been watching basketball for a long time. Be for real. How many 7-footers last a long time with foot injuries?
Oh yeah.
Good point.
And that was the first one. That's why he missed the first season. So if he's already 7 foot, like, yes, he's not as physical, like he is a little more slender, like he has a little more skill to the game, all that type of stuff. So I get it. But if he's a 7-footer with a foot injury, Like, you're really going to cement him as a core piece. Like, I heard the scariest thing I've heard. Now, granted, if the Giannis thing, that's a big what if. The rumor, and I can't even say rumors. I feel like I've read it on ESPN like 4 or 5 times. Depending on if our first round, the Sixers' first round pick falls out of the top 6 and it goes to OKC, they're going to try to swap that pick for the 1 overall with some of their other picks to replace Chet with Cooper.
This video just cut out.
What?
That and they could. Oh, they could.
And that's a real reality. If that happens, that's a game changer. Like, or even if it's not, to be for real, even if it's not Cooper,
Yeah, I don't
Cooper,
see. There's no chance that whoever lands that top pick is giving it to OKC.
Maybe
I hear you on that. But even if it's not, even if they don't go get Cooper, because it's the same position, if you put the kid, I told you guys, the one I'm sold on, not outside of Cooper, is Derek Queen. So if you're going to swap Derek Queen for Chet, like, that's just as much of a problem. He's 6'10", he can do everything Chet can do without the injuries, but he's more like, I'm not gonna say he's better than Chet. I'm not gonna try to play Chet like that. But for real, I think he's more at this age, he's more polished than Chet is.
How about those two Tony? How about Porzingis, Pritchard, and a first rounder?
I'm sorry, just the second guy, because Topher just denied a trade for me before he even said it.
You want Porzingis?
I didn't hear who he said, Topher. Who's the other guy?
I said Pritchard, KP, and a first rounder.
Yeah.
For who? Celtics first rounder?
Giannis.
For who?
Giannis.
Nah,
I like Pritchard though.
Yeah.
I like Pritchard though. I want Pritchard on the team. I like him, but not for Giannis.
You are a Celtics fan, so you would take that over Cat, Bridges,
and no, Topher.
Oh, all right.
I just said no.
I'm gonna say, geez, KP's a bum. He can't stay on the court. He's always something wrong with him. He's been sick for 3 months. Pritchard is a good guy off the bench. He's a 6th man. Like,
no, you're not gonna trade Tatum, so just trade me Jaylen Brown straight up. I'll take Jaylen Brown straight up for you.
You would take Jalen Brunson straight up too. You would take Jalen Brunson straight up too.
That's tough. Those are 2 NBA Final MVPs. That is oof.
I would take Jaylen Brown straight up for sure.
I love Jaylen.
With the Bucks eulogy.
I would do that, Matt. I would do that, Rick. I would pair Tatum up with Giannis in a heartbeat with Derek White and all them guys. I would do that.
Not for Jaylen Brown.
Not a chance.
Yeah, we can't trade those guys.
I'm not even a Celtics
No, then
fan.
we go back to the IT thing where then everybody like hates us and they'll sell their grandmother for a donut. And I don't want no.
Went to the Celtics. You guys would love.
Hey, hold on, aren't the Celtics one of those teams who are strapped by the new apron rules and would have zero chance of even entertaining the idea of getting Giannis?
Yeah, because they gave
zero chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we are going to have to make trades. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing
so
about that.
I don't even think that's anything anybody here's got to worry about. There's too many damn rules anymore.
I mean, I would only be in support of that JB trade so I could actually buy a JB jersey.
Look at that. Porzingis made an appearance.
Cut the Juice, you are such a Celtics fan. Just it's okay.
Never.
Hey.
Never.
Juice, I got a question for you because I haven't seen it lately. And if you guys do a draft show, let me know. Is Ace Bailey top 5 right now?
But
yes.
So
but to be for real, I think I'm not gonna lie to you.
Time for a run, time for a run.
They have him top 5. In my opinion, he's not as skilled as some of the other people behind him. He has a bigger ceiling because his athletic ability versus the rest of them is bananas. That's not up for debate.
Yeah, he took a shot this year. That game that he came back, he took a shot, and I was like, oh, that's an NBA shot. Like, he had a legit NBA shot that he took. And it was funny watching him because if he goes to OKC or falls to OKC just as like a 6th man who gets to develop with that team,
disgusting.
Yikes.
But that's the worst part. Like, that's why I said although obviously we need the Sixers to keep that pick, I'm more afraid of that pick going to OKC because I really think there's 4 guys that they could build up to replace Chet.
Yeah.
And, like, it's going to be, like, overnight if they get the pick. So, like, 'cause again, Ace Bailey, Derek Queen, like, all I can't. There's 2 more that the name is escaping me right now. But, like, it would be disgusting if that pick goes to OKC. Like, disgusting.
Good thing they're in the West.
We're
Thank
going to
God.
find out real soon, Juice. You know that's coming up next week, right? We got 5
Yeah,
days from now. We're
I
going to have
can't wait.
lottery next
I'm gonna know
Monday
if
night.
I'll
Hey.
either be crying myself to sleep or shouting tears of joy.
How you feeling, Mike? You and your Hornets. How you
Discord.
feeling?
I'm still feeling good. We got one of the worst 3 odds, which puts us the same odds as Utah and whoever else is up there in the bottom
Washington.
3 with us. Yeah, Washington. That those 3 got the equal chance at the top
Equal
picks.
chances to get there. Nice.
Yep.
I feel like at this point we should just take Washington's pick because
We
you
need
guys
you-
are always
We
they're
need
in the
you
top
relevant.
5 every year and they still suck.
They don't do
They're
nothing with it.
always gonna be bad. It's
But
horrible.
so the Sixers do the same thing.
No, the Sixers we just draft injured people like idiots.
Well,
That
who's
That's the
injured?
Sixers problem.
No, not like idiots. You did that on purpose for a long time.
That's what it feels like. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Not even gonna lie.
Better call offensive foul there.
I
Topher
started
locked into
talking
the
crap
game.
about KP, and now
You
he's
guys
crapping
want
on
to take
you.
a quick break here?
Yeah, I think Topher needs to get in this game.
Let's
Break.
take quick breaks. We got to take a break so we can come back and do Rick Rap or Mat Libs or something.
Rick.
What up, everybody? The Beard is here. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, the law offices of William P. Harrington. Credit card litigation, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, estate planning, estate administration, guardianships, they do it all. As a member, listener, follower, supporter of our network, they are offering you a 15% discount on these services. So if you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, schedule your free consultation today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
All right,
this is
welcome
good.
back. Second half of Clash and Conferences basketball podcast. We're going to get right into Mat Libs. Rick, what do you got for us tonight?
We got Mat Libs.
Yeah, you.
Hey, no, I'm saying that's what we got. We got Mat Libs
No
on the menu.
thunder.
So it's always on the specials list, but again, content manager, you know your job. Go ahead, if you will, cue the music, please. Hey! And we're back. All right. So I'm going to keep it relatively shorter tonight because we have a big crew. Karan already left. Shout out to Karan. Again, I don't like the Knicks, but I do like Karan. So there's that. But with that said, Terrence,
Classy.
you're here to talk about sports, but what most people don't know is that you've kind of segued and transitioned out of a life of working and playing in sports your entire life, and now you are a full-time stand-up comedian. So I wanted to ask you, and Tony wanted to ask you, which do you find to be the hardest craft to master? Is it sports? Is it stand-up? Or is it the rap game?
Oh, I would say stand up is the hardest thing to figure out and accomplish. Sports is easy because it's like super fun. You have, especially when you're like young, because you just have your friends and you're kind of like you get used to being yelled at by a bunch of like your friends who are like you're not setting the pick and roll right, so you learn by getting like chastised. Stand-up's tough because you got to go up there, and even if you're bombing, you have to literally stick to it and finish your set. So not always fun. The rap game is hard because it's especially when your friends are that much better than you and you just want to kind of goof around, so you don't really have too much I don't know, just having fun with it. But stand up, you got to write, you got to perform, then you have to hang out with people, and the performance is the worst part because you can have perfect jokes but still be terrible.
Yep. Good answer. Tony P, you have known Terrence for decades. So if you can, please, you know that Terrence is very competitive. He's very KG-esque. And you know he's very emotional. So I would like you to tell me your favorite Terrence flip out or eruption playing sports that you've ever seen.
Dude, Terrence gets in fights. Every time I see Terrence play pickleball, he's always the biggest stickler for the guy calling the foul. Like, if there's always the guy calling the foul, Terrence is going to be the guy in his face about it. So I've definitely seen Terrence where he would have been ejected out of the game on multiple occasions.
Yep. And fun fact for those of you that don't know, Terrence and I have grown up playing basketball our whole lives. And so one of the things we like to do is kind of what Pippen and Jordan did in the Dream Team 92 against Kukoc, where we just will go, who's the guy? Okay, we got it. No. We got it. It's okay.
Oh, and Matt, please defend me on this though. Like, if you're gonna play a consistent like 3-on-3 all day long, and you're outside, people calling fouls is a waste of your time unless it's blood or face fouls. Like you have a right to get angry over guys doing that.
Yep. All right, boys, this is gonna be an all call. Again, a little bit of a pivot. I know we're sports. I used to ask about cereal on Saturday and all that. But since we have a special guest, we're going to treat him special. So I would like to know, who are some of your favorite comedians that you guys either follow, listen to, or have seen in person that was one of your favorite performances?
I love Bill Burr, man. I never seen him in person. I just love him. I get it. He's my speed. I get his humor. I can watch him all day long. He's one of my favorites. And George Carlson, right? Carlson, like, is that how you say it? I love him. Yeah, that's just two guys that I always really like.
I mean, he's not the biggest name, but I saw Ari Shaffir live, and that guy is wild, man. Definitely. I was sitting next to the girl I took, and then the guy next to me had a date next to him, and I don't think either of the girls laughed one time, and all the guys were cracking up laughing the whole time.
But I do want to say, as a big name, like Chappelle has always been.
That's who was on my mind. I was thinking I wish he hadn't taken a decade off in his prime.
Well, see, I love him now. I love him now, older. I
agree. I love it. But he was missed. I mean, when he came out with the Chappelle Show, and then just suddenly, as
Steven
popular as that was, just stopped doing
that.
comedy for so many years. It was tough.
Juice?
Yeah, I like. Sorry.
Oh, you good?
I think I got two. RIP to the GOAT, Bernie Mac. And probably, I'm going to say, stand up. We're going just straight stand up?
Yeah.
Bernie and only because I felt like I relate to him so hard, being a pastor's son, Sinbad. He did know funny ones that can't cuss.
Love me some Sinbad. Yes.
Love Sinbad.
Chris Rock for sure. Chris Rock could be in there too. I see you, Steve. I ain't gonna hold you.
I just remembered. I have an all-time favorite that Corey is going to when he sees me say it. Steven, maybe. Martin Lawrence, You're So Crazy was one of my favorite, man. That was one of my. We watched that all. I could watch that all the time, man. Greg in there too. No, he would be killing it, man.
Terrence?
The first one is Anthony Jeselnik. I think that Anthony's just best comic out there. And number two, Matt and I will be seeing him in October. Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, again, comedy. Actually, one of the first comedians I grew up watching, Juice, was Sinbad. So it's funny you say that, but yeah, love comedy. I dabbled in it with Terrence for a little bit, and then I realized that my feelings we're not in a place where I could hurt my own feelings on a consistent basis. So shout out to Terrence, because when you do it once a week, it is like football. If you go out there and you do bad, you got to wait a week, and it's not fun. So I had
That's why you do.
But...
Yeah, that's why you do it every day.
There you go.
Do it every day. I would love
Terrence.
I would love to support him, man. I'm gonna give him his due now. Like, I think you're a great guest. You're knowledgeable. You're fun. I think you'd be a great comedian. I would love us to come see you, man. That'd be awesome.
I'd be down.
Let me know where you're at. Let me know where you're at. I'll be there.
Come up to Mass.
That's awesome.
Terrence, you obviously have known Tony P a long time. So what? Give me your favorite Tony P story or memory.
Oh,
PG-13
man.
PG-13.
Oh, man.
PG-13.
Oh, man.
Probably rules out 90% of the good ones having to keep it.
Yeah, now you got me. I wish I got this question preemptively, dude. Oh, man. A funny story about Tony that makes me laugh. Every one of them. Dude, I think it was Matt. I feel like it's your sister's wedding. Tony was just being Tony.
Yes.
There was something where like he was like dancing with your mom, and it was like, "What are you doing, Tony? Like, get over."
No,
that's my hands. What's wrong with dancing with my hand?
No, it was when Tony.
So what are you talking about?
How were they dancing? Were they slow dancing?
It wasn't that. It was when Tony came up to me beforehand and said, "Hey," and I'm going to leave names out of it, but he said, "Hey, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to make my move, and I'm going to ask out one of the bridesmaids. I've been waiting a long time, and I think I'm ready." I was like, "Do it, man. Go for it." And so he went over to her to ask her out, and right before the words came out, he stepped and smashed right on her big toe. Pretty sure he slipped the nail right off the skin.
Wow.
Screaming and bleeding. I think Tony might have been trying to ask the question as she was hobbling away. I'm not sure.
Dude, I liked that girl for like a decade. I met that girl in like 8th grade, dude. And I messed that all up.
You should have called a tow truck for her, Tony, but dang. All right, so there you go.
You should have rubbed her foot. You should have said, "Let me rub that for you." You should have did something.
Listen.
I was going to ask you to dance, but how about a foot massage? Something, Tony P. Come on, man.
Let me break your sink so I can come over and fix it. That's a
yeah. Go to the Tony P other stuff we can talk about off air. There's enough of those.
Yeah, that's on the Patreon.
Can we see the dance?
Oh,
can we see the dance?
Tony.
Not in the Celtics jersey.
Oh, yikes! That's the dumb shit right there. Yikes on bike.
That's worse than Paul's toes.
Wow.
All right, that wraps up Mat Libs. I wanted to keep it short. I know we have a big crowd tonight, and everybody's got things to do. So, again, thank you, gentlemen. Terrence, thank you. Great. Actually, Terrence, real quick, can you just say what's been your proudest moment of watching your son play basketball in college?
Actually, it was his first game. His first game, he went in against UMass Lowell. And he hit a three. First shot he took, he hit a three. That was pretty. Nice. That was really, really cool. That was really cool to watch. I've seen him do enough. It's funny when you go through any of the parents, when you see your kids play. If you have young kids, you'll see it. They'll do these great things when they're younger, and then they become mundane because you've seen them do it so much. So then watching them grow and get better and then handle themselves on the court. Matt, he's known me forever. He knows I'm kind of crazy on the court, and my son does not act like that, which is kind of really crazy because he plays ball with me, and I'd figure that he'd act just like me. Nope. He is very calm, collected. So that's always a proud moment to watch. Yeah.
That's what I want to know, Terrence. How old do you think he was when he was really like starting to like take you on his own? Like when he was like beating you in 1-on-1?
He didn't beat me ever. But 13
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Great answer.
13, 14 is when he started getting like, oh, you're kind of a problem now.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Terrence. I appreciate it. I know these guys do too.
Nice.
No.
Nice. I know who you are now. I see you in the chat all the time now. I'm happy to finally meet you. Very nice to meet you.
Yep.
Man.
If there's a clip of Tony, I'm on there. It's Topher, good meeting you. Juice, good meeting you.
Thank you, sir.
For real. If you guys have a draft show, for real, I'd love to be on a draft show. That is like my favorite thing about all sports.
I love drafts as well. I don't know that we'll have a special draft show, but we're definitely going to be talking about it next week, being that it'll be 2 days. Well, no, I guess that's not the actual draft, just the lottery. But I'm sure we'll be talking about the lottery next week. And when we get to the draft, at the very least, I would think it'll be a topic maybe that week on the members podcast.
Let's go! Bridges, how many points you need?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna be able to. Chris Bridges looks like he's probably gonna get us off the hook. I needed 10. He's got 9, but I had Tatum. Matt, you're gonna be the one to have to explain something to me tonight. Tatum's got 9 points.
Hey, man,
locked up.
I don't know. Well, let's not. Hey, but hold on. Let's not
try to tell you guys.
Not forget the guy did have a wrist injury. The last series and missed the game.
Something the Knicks didn't do.
Well, your internet and Jason Tatum
All we
are
heard
both
last
broken.
Year was
So
injuries. We've had guys injured. What are you talking about? All of our superstars we've had sit out at least a game. Yes, Porzingis, Holiday, Tatum. Have we not?
I thought that was going to be us. I think we look like the healthiest team in the East right now.
I did too.
All year, Tibbs running you guys to the ground.
You are. No. Tibbs got
conditioned, baby.
Conditioning up. Yep. There you go.
Damn right.
Damn
right. Built different, like me. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Look at Brunson falling down
built different off air.
All
right.
Captain Clutch.
That is the dumb shit for this week. We're getting out of here. We'll be back next week. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for watching.
Go Knicks.
Boom, boom, boom.